Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a Bible journaling process for you in my new Spiral Bible. So if you have been here for a little bit, I unboxed this Spiral Bible in December. I am truly loving journaling in it. I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, but I decided to use it as another journaling Bible, and I am really loving this. I wanted to give it a try. Thank you to Spiral Bible who sent me this. I did the unboxing. I'll link that below because I have been loving it. And I cannot wait to pick another one up and see how I can use that one. But today I am actually journaling here in John. And I am journaling the Trusting a Good God devotional for February from By the Well for God. And I am journaling day 8. And it's all about suffering and hardship and how it's an enemy of trust. So this devotional is super good. It talks about trusting God and the different things that don't allow us to trust God completely. And I've just been really loving it. So I'm journaling here in John. I love this because as you can see, this Bible lays flat. If you are interested in picking up this Spiral Bible, there is an affiliate link below that you guys can grab and a discount code. But I'm really loving this Bible, and I love that it folds flat, so you can have it as flat as you want, and it lays flat, it folds on itself. And I have already picked out some elements that I'm going to be using. I did some of my journaling already. This is a quote from day 8 in the devotional, and I had that on one of the journaling cards that were an add-on. I also have this die cut that I felt like matched very well with the postcard or journaling card that I wrote on. I have the title here that is from the digitals. The die cut came with the kit. And I also have one more quote from Judy that I put on a post-it note because I didn't want to forget it. I wanted this to be like my focal point. So I am going to be usually using possibly both the weathered wood or the boho floral for my background. I have a creative ink color that matches really well with this. This is Harvest Gold, and some other elements from the kit. I will link everything below. This devotional is still in it's still in the shop, so you can pick it up. So let's go ahead and put you on fast forward and let's dig in. Okay, darlings, so the first thing I'm going to do is work on my background. This paper on this Spiral Bible is very white, so anything that is laid on it is very stark. So I wanted to use softer colors, so I'm using a Gold Harvest first with one of the leaves off of the floral stamp set that you could have gotten as an add-on. And I'm just going to press very lightly this color. So I'm inking up my stamp. This is a Creative Retreat ink. It's an archival pigment ink, and I am going around and just stamping this around my page. You did see me pull out my devotional. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't blocking any of the scripture, but I didn't even have to worry about that in the end because these colors that I'm using are very light and they're not really covering scripture, even if they overlap the scripture. So I continue to use that color. I drag that stamp over to the corner. That's just another trick. If you have if your stamp is on the middle of your block and you need to get a corner or an edge, just drag that to the edge of your block. Even let it hang off a little bit, and that'll give you some more wiggle room to get that done more. Okay, so I grab now the crushed olive color. Actually, this is Cocktail Olive from Creative Retreat ink, and I'm just stamping that over on my post-it first. And then this is, oh, I love this. This is the weathered scripture stamp set from By the Well for God, and I really love this one because it has scripture and it has like this vintage touch. And so I'm using this around just to kind of offset some of the leaves, so it creates a little bit more interest in the background. You can't really see a lot of the leaves that I stamped in that Harvest Gold. That's how very muted that color is, but in person you can definitely see. So here I'm actually adding some more. What I did was I layered the pieces that I knew I wanted to use to see where they were going to fall, and then I kind of eyeballed where I needed to add some more layering for the background. See, just taking a look at that again. And I love this. I mean, it just created a very soft, background without overpowering the page, because there's already lots of scripture on there. So you don't want to make it look too messy. Now I'm pulling some of the die cuts. I knew that I already had the journaling card where I had my verse, actually it was a quote from day 8 in the devotional. And I also had this little floral piece with the 3 flowers, but I wanted to add something to the top in order to layer behind my title. That way it wouldn't get lost into the background, so to speak. So you're going to see me, I am kind of making decisions. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and adhere the pieces I know I want to use, and I know where they're going to land, where I want them. So that is just going to help me continue to make decisions. Sometimes you just have to glue things down and move forward in order for you to not be so indecisive. So I knew these were pieces I wanted to use, so I'm going to use that. And then I'm still working with the title. I don't know exactly where I want to put it. I don't know what elements exactly are going to make it pop the most. So you see me fidget with that. And then I'm like, okay, let me move to the date stamp. So I bring that over next to my scripture. And then I wanted to add some of this washi tape. This is a neutral black cross washi tape. I really love it. I've been using it a lot with this kit. And so I add it in 3 different places there. And then, again, I'm going to mess with my title to see exactly how I want to layer it. After fidgeting with that title for a little bit, I finally, light bulb turned out, and I'm like, I know what I need. I need a label to anchor my title, and then I can layer some of these other elements on top of it. So I go through my labels that are also an add-on, and I grab a green one just to keep it neutral, and that way it can match with some of the green in the stems of the floral from the die cut on the bottom part. Wow, that was a mouthful. And then I'm going to layer that leafy part that I kept wanting to work, and also my title. And then I'm going to grab a clear sticker, which this is one of the flowers that is actually on the note card, the journaling card that I use. So I thought that was perfect. So I have another element going there. I am just going to cut around some of that white space for this leaf, and then I'm going to layer first the leaf on the bottom, and then I'll layer the label sticker above that. I'll add the clear sticker, which is beautiful because it blends in with the background right over the label. It looks really good. And then I will cut off the excess of that sticker so I can use in another place. You'll just see me stick that in my hand right now so I can hold it, so I can layer that in another place. I add some of that washi I also had on my hand. I like adding leftover sticky pieces to my hand so I can use them later on. And here I'm just gluing down my title piece, and then I'll bring that other floral piece over to the right hand side next to my verse and my date stamp. So next I'm going to add a quote from Judy from day 8. And in day 8, Judy speaks about suffering and hardship and how it is an enemy of trust, because in long seasons of hardship and suffering, we start to be discouraged, and it starts to create doubts in our head about the truth that is in Scripture. But I love that she brings the promise that Jesus gives to us in John 16:33 that reads, I have said these things to you that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And that is God's promise. That is the truth that we can be rooted in when we're in these seasons of hardship and suffering. Judy's quote says, our best weapon against doubt is truth. And dear sister, darling, if we are rooted in truth, if we know the truth that is in Scripture, this is why we Bible journal, why we study so much, so we can know the truth to help defeat the doubt that comes into our minds in these seasons. So I added that quote from Judy with some coordinating outfit tiles, and then I'll finish off the quotation marks with my journaling pen. Okay, that is it, darlings. I really, really love how this turned out. I may add a little bit more florals on this side just to like frame it in all the way, but the background turned out so, so cool. I may just do like some second generation stamping, like something like that, and kind of just add a little bit more grunge to the edges, kind of to frame it in a little bit. But other than that, I really, really love how this turned out. And let me just try and see something real quick, because this looks too good to kind of just leave like that. I'm loving being able to second generation stamp on here and using these lighter inks to do that, because oh my gosh, it looks so good. Let me just see if I can. Oh yeah, that framed it in beautifully. So yes, that's it. I love how it turned out. I'm loving using this Bible. I'm gonna flip this over because you guys usually ask me about, so this is an archival pigment ink from Creative Retreat, but if you guys see, I have no shadowing and I have no bleed through. So yeah, this would be a good one to use. These types of inks would be a good one to use in the Spiral Bible if you're looking to do that. Like I said, I'm going to link below both the Trusting a Good God devotional from By the Well for God below, also my affiliate link for the Spiral Bible, and a discount code, because you guys don't want to miss how amazing this devotional is. And of course, if you guys want to pick up this Bible, it is available. Thank you so much for joining me each and every video, darlings. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing. Hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I love you guys. God bless. Bye.